Hello, 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 and welcome back to Chakras and Cuss Words, you cosmic baddies. I am so glad you're here. So today we are getting into the energy of a very spiritually significant day. While it is an energy of mystic and even numerology, and it has a little bit of ancient Egyptian mythology, it is the Lion's Gate portal. Now, the Lion's Gate portal is a very spiritually significant, highly charged day that a lot of people would say it is more centered around numerology and also mythology. Some astrologers don't really celebrate Lionsgate portal, and they believe it's kind of like almost like a scam. It's not really anything real, but over here it is something that we tap into. So I'll be honest, any day that has a significance in numerology and a little bit of astrology, it's something that we're going to really use to create some areas of intentions, manifestations, and of course area of presence in our spiritual awakening. This is a day that can definitely highlight our personal transformation. So Lionsgate portal occurs every August on 8/8. And this year it is occurring of 8/8, the year of 2025. So Lionsgate portal is basically when the sun is in Leo, and Leo is the sign of the heart center, the center of courage and leadership and authentic nature. The Leo asks us to look at ourselves and also to look at the area of our own leadership in interpersonal relationships with self, but also with the external. And during this time, we have the star Sirius rises in the sky, and Sirius is known as our spiritual sun, aligning us with Earth and also Orion's belt, creating what is seen as a cosmic gateway or even a portal. The energy of numerology in the energy of 8/8, it really symbolizes infinity. 8/8 really has a huge trajectory that is significant, where infinitive possibilities and also processes align. The energy of abundance, balance, and karmic alignment cannot be held down and cannot be tied down on a day so significant. This alignment of these three factors create a trine, and it creates a portal, as many would say. And portals are very high in energy. They have a high energetic frequency. Trines are usually in the rhythm of 3, and when you work in the rhythm of 3, it is the energy of creation. As many of you guys probably have noticed, I say hello, hello, hello 3 times. There is a significant in everything we do and in every step we use towards manifesting and towards creating abundance. So many believe that this time offers a chance to receive light and also to receive light codes and energy. What's also interesting is it's a time for us to upgrade our area of spiritual presence and multidimensional factors. So it also upgrades our area of intuition and up levels us. And when we are talking about up leveling us in a higher process, it is centered around not just our significance here, but also our significance on a more cosmic center. Lionsgate portal is important because the portal peaks during Leo season. It's right around almost like the middle, the energy of creation. And while this Leo season is tied into some shadow with the retrogrades, it isn't something that we're going to hold from or become fearful of. We're going to continue to create energy around having our boldness, our fierceness, and being focused on our own creative nature and our own courage, living in our heart center. So the heart center does resemble in some ways an area of a portal. And then also we have Leo, which is tied into the heart chakra. So Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun is the most dominant, fiercest, magnificent illumination of inner power. Our sun sign represents our energy of illumination and also inner power and strength. A lot of people see it as our soul sign and the energy of our solar index, the energy of our solar energy, our strength energy. So there's definitely some areas that we might be feeling a different type of frequency with this Lion Gate portal. So what could possibly be the energy around us? Well, there's definitely going to be heightened intuition, especially around dreams and also psychic abilities and downloads from the other dimensions. Our portal is an energy that allows us to receive and also release. Also, during this time, we are approaching a full moon in Aquarius, which is literally occurring the next day. So we have the Lionsgate portal on 8/8, and then we're following it up with a full moon in Aquarius. And that Aquarius energy is all about the energy of intuition, the energy of the focus of the collective, and also the energy of being bold in our own nature, which does have some resemblance with the Leo energy as well. We might be also feeling this energy of emotional release and even breakthroughs. So when we have such high energy like Lionsgate portal, we're definitely going to be feeling the emotions and also energies of where we are now seeing something at a higher frequency. For instance, a breakthrough. Breakthroughs come in all different forms. They come in all different movements. A breakthrough could be wanting to start a new project, wanting to break away from somebody, wanting to break away from an old project or even an old career. A breakthrough can also be something very spiritual and internal that isn't necessarily described in the energy of just words. It's something that you feel. Also, many of us might be centered on transformation. And with Lionsgate portal being the energy that we are receiving, the desire to change is something that is going to probably be at an all-time high. Lionsgate portal asks us to look at new beginnings and also our soul's mission, as we have the energy of the trine coming into full focus. The vibrational sensitivity of this frequency is like undeniable. Some of us might be feeling very exhausted. I am one of those people who I receive a lot of energy, and also I take in a lot of other people's energies. Unfortunately, it's sometimes something that can be too much, and it could also be something that affects you. So if you are somebody who feels like you've been receiving too much frequency from others or too much energy from others, it might actually be a good time to do like a spiritual cleanse or a clearing. So you might also be feeling exhausted when this energy is at its full focus. So there are many ways that we can work with Lionsgate portal, and since this energy is very high frequency and it is very much centered around personal and also areas of strength at the moment or areas of feeling overwhelmed, it is really based on each individual, how that individual is feeling at the moment. We have to remember that with Lionsgate portal, there is that energy of 8/8, which is centered around infinity. It's also centered around the life path. So this is a good time for you to see what energy you are feeling and how you can manipulate. I know some people don't like that word, manipulate, or how you can change the energy. For instance, if you've been feeling very overstimulated, then you acknowledge that and you give yourself a time to soften that energy around you. So some of the things you can do are manifesting rituals, basically centered around the number 8 or that infinitive process. So looking at long-term goals. Also a lot of heart chakra meditations, journaling intentions that are aligned with your soul purpose on a greater frequency, not on the frequency of right here and now, but on the frequency of the long term, meaning 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and so on. The area of the soul's purpose. The soul's purpose, a lot of people get a little bit overwhelmed with, like, what is my soul's purpose? Your soul's purpose will come to you. You will understand what is your soul purpose. If you feel like this is something that you've been battling with, it's definitely a good time to visualize where you see yourself long term. How do you see yourself feeling joyful? How do you feel yourself connected with that solar plex energy? And since this is occurring in the energy of a portal, we're definitely going to want to make a connection with the universe and also with the Sirius energy. The energy through stargazing and also visualization of stars, and of course the energy of the sun. The sun is the biggest star, the energy of the soul, the energy of the solar plex chakra. So if we're feeling overwhelmed, we're definitely going to do an energy clearing or some focus around shadow work. If we are feeling like we are ready to take on a significant purpose around manifesting, then we're definitely going to see how we can do energies around glowing up or having spiritual upgrades. So this is, and I will say, this is a good time for you to clear your crystals from dust or anything that could be blocking them. I would definitely start to charge my crystals on 8/8 and all the way till maybe 8/10 or 8/11, since we have that full moon in Aquarius. We can also write our intentions with energies such as gold ink, wear some type of oil that illuminates our energy. If that is centered around certain areas of becoming more energetic, we would look at a citrus blend, maybe something with lemon, orange, or even like a cinnamon. Also, I would use frankincense, especially if you are creating intentions for long-term focus, and you're going to want to connect with your solar energy. So this is a day to walk bold in your own personal space, to walk bold in your own personal truth, and let the energy come alive to you. So there's a lot of area of story and mystical and mythic roots that come with Lion's Gate portal, weaving together the ancient cosmology, or some might even say a little bit of astrology, and sacred numerology. The astrological symbolism doesn't necessarily speak in the ways that astrologers might have focus, but for many spiritualists or alchemists, it definitely speaks volume to them. While Lion's Gate portal is not about traditional mythologies like the Greeks or the Egyptians, it draws heavy into the esoteric traditions, the Dogon tribe, and also the Egyptian star lore and New Age spiritual teachings. So Lion's Gate portal is seen as a day as celebrating for many star seeds or spiritual alchemists. So let's start on the energy of mythology with Lion's Gate portal. The mythic story of Lion's Gate portal is basically a long time ago, ancient skywalkers looked to the heavens for messages from the divine. Among the stars, one light shone and shined so bright. The rest were almost like hidden, but the one that was so significant was Sirius, the spiritual sun of our solar system. To the ancient Egyptians, Sirius wasn't just a star, it was a goddess known as Sopdet, and the celestial beacon of herald magic was rising from the Nile, the start of the new year and the return to life and abundance. Each year in August, Sirius would rise. in the dawn of the sky alongside the sun. This is seen as a rising, marking the powerful alignment between Earth, Sirius, and the constellation of Orion. This moment was believed to open the cosmic gateway, a time when divine messages and energy of downloads and frequencies could pour into the earth more freely as we see that portal beginning to open. We see the energy of the myth of the lion entering the energy of the gateway to the heart. The gatekeeper of the heart, as the sun moved through Leo, ruled by the heart, the fire and the roar of personal power. It almost becomes a guardian as a sacred portal. The lion is not just the energy of a traditional zodiac. There's a lot of symbolism in the energy of Sphinx and also the solar logos. The guardian of the sacred wisdom shows us vivacious colors of movement and courage that could dance within our soul as well. There's definitely some esoteric teachings that the Leo energy has. It is seen as the energy of royal lineage, and as we see that in the area of 8 and infinitive processes, the divine destiny that many of us would see towards lifetime and also purpose. The heart chakra awakening. Are we even spiritually aligned if the heart chakra is asleep? The energy of the heart chakra speaks on places of boundaries, trust, and also love and empathy. The self-sovereignty energy of our inner truth. This energy allows us the freedom to continue to see our existence and our existence here on earth. The Lion's Gate portal represents much more than just both a portal and an initiation. It is the threshold that we cross as we awaken to our spiritual gifts and step into our higher selves. The energy behind Sirius and the starseed lineage, the energy of infinitive process. In some New Age and metaphysical traditions, they say Sirius is much more than just a star. It is a home to spirituality and the energy of an advanced civilization. These Sirians are believed to have seeded through knowledge of ancient cultures, like for instance the Dogon tribe of Mali, who mapped the Sirius B before modern telescopes, the Egyptians who aligned temples like the Great Pyramid with Sirius. And while the possibility of even the area of Lemurians who encoded the star's wisdom into crystals or sacred sites, the possibility of what this star brings here on Earth is uncountable. It is in a huge significance. The Lion's Gate, seen as energy of the past and also energy of here and now, as a time when we see these star ancestors send transmission or frequency our way, helping us to evolve and remember who we are, not just here on this earth, but on areas of the past or possible areas of past lives. The activation of the dormant light has now become fully aligned, sharing our stories not just here, but through many dimensions. The energy of 8-8 is significant. The numerology of 8-8 is no coincidence that the number 8 just happens to be the date of the Lion's Gate portal. Infinity, abundance, and karmic cycles always come around. 2 8s mirror each other almost perfectly, like the spiritual and physical realms in many conversations. It is believed that 8-8 is the veil between two worlds, the energy of reality and the energy of the metaphysics. The veil between the worlds is always thin, and in some ways we always see the energy of both 8-8 in the significance of the past, the present, and the future. And we collapse into the reality of now. And how does this energy feel aligned with us? We can rewrite our soul contracts. We can unlock timelines and break the energy of generational curses. We can align our destiny in what is right for us. In the summary and significance of Lionsgate Portal, there is a cosmic alignment between Earth, us, the Sun in Leo, Sirius, the Orion's Belt, and a gateway to a higher consciousness. It could be received through star wisdom or transparent through psychic downloads or even intuitive downloads. A spiritual new world from ancient cultures. What so much energy of the past now brings us for here today. A time for massive manifestation and healing, and of course, cleansing or allowing our heart chakra to activate. We could definitely see how this energy is so powerful. We feel the alchemy of our heart center around rituals and harness, the area of manifestation, activation, and also stepping into our soul power. If you are looking to awaken your heart chakra or enlighten your crown, it is best performed during Lionsgate Portal, maybe during sunrise or even the solar noon or at sunset, as we have not just this energy of the sun going down, but also the area of movement between the cosmos. Let's create a ritual that feels aligned with our solar energy and also our heart chakra. For instance, one of the things that you will need for this ritual of awakening your heart chakra and calling into the energy to illuminate your crown would be a gold or yellow candle to represent the solar energy, a piece of rose quartz, or some type of green amethyst. You could also use a clear crystal for starseed activation, a journal or a gold or red pin, a bowl of water, or a small area of a cauldron, whichever represents the energy of emotional cleansing. You can use herbs such as frankincense, orange, or neroli oil. Also, you can draw the infinitive sign of the symbol 8. For your ritual, you're going to want to make sure you create a sacred space. You're going to cleanse the energy. You can use smoke. You can also use water. Preferably, I would use some energy of smoke, such as Palo Santo, incense, or sage. You can even use the energy of sound if you do not feel entwined with smoke. Sounds such as bells, chimes, or even water to clear the energy around your floors and also the energy around the corners of your wall. Call in from 4 directions: your higher self, your ancestors, or your star guides from Sirius. You can say, I open the gate and I call in the light. I stand with my truth and I claim my birthright. You can light your candle, hold your crystal, and light it saying, with the flame of the Leo sun, I activate my soul's divine. May courage, clarity, and heart fire rise. Place your crystal over your heart chakra for a few minutes. Take in at least 8 deep breaths in and out. Another ritual would be a mirror activation or a journal activation. You could stand or sit in front of a mirror. You can simply close your eyes and visualize yourself glowing in areas of gold or yellow. Ask, what truth am I ready to live in? What versions of me am I stepping forward now to? What abundance or energy am I ready to receive? If you don't want to speak your words into the mirror, you can write it in a journal and then answer the questions. Write your answers in your journal in a present tense, as if they've already existed. For instance, I am receiving abundance. I am successful in my career. I am centered around confidence. Or I receive areas of wealth. I receive energies of health. I receive energies of movement. Remember, when you are creating intentions, it is important to be specific. For instance, I radiate love. I radiate joy. I radiate purpose and energies of, whatever the energies of that are around you and also for you. Another movement that you could do is known as a water blessing. You can use water in one of your favorite bowls or even your cauldron, depending on what it is that you have. I would definitely bless the water first. You could maybe clear the water and then speak areas of joy, empathy, love into the water, especially around confidence. You are going to even use energy if you are looking to activate your frequency, such as citrus, to the water. Maybe put some orange peels in there, some little rose petals. Really get that water centered around the significance that is around you. Then you are going to put your water or tap your water around your third eye or your heart chakra or even your palms while saying, I'm open to divine downloads or areas of intuition. I cleanse the old self and I welcome in the new. From the energy of Sirius to the soul, I rise in areas of what your abundant nature is. The infinitive process of 8 is very sacred. Sometimes I can draw 8 over and over and over again. Trace the energy of 8 into the symbol of air or over your heart chakra. You can even use a crystal. You might want to repeat the energies, or you can draw it on a piece of paper. Write 8. Watch the energy unfold around your infinitive manifestations. We have to remember that during this time, while a lot of these rituals have us almost centered around significance of being in a closed focus, we want to open up and activate through movement. So another thing that we can do is dance and move your body to activate with the Leo's fire energy. For instance, wear gold, red, or even some type of leopard print or something that resembles a lion. You can move your hips, move your heart chakra, your chest up and down, and create areas of vision. This would also be a good time to create like a vision board or a vision journal. So I want to thank everybody for listening to this podcast. Please like and comment and share this podcast with your witchy bestie. Also check out the Lion's Gate meditation. I have quite a few podcast on Lion's Gate, so you could just look up Lion's Gate, chakras, and cuss words, and you will find at least 4 to 5 Lion's Gate's meditations or explanations about Lion's Gate. Everybody have an amazing Lion's Gate portal day, 888, and bye.